So Apple unveiled their new AirPods. Some people love it, some people hate it. Here's why. So let's start off on the positive side and look at everything that we actually like about the new AirPods. Now, unlike every other Apple product on the planet, these AirPods actually have good battery life. I know it sounds weird coming from an Apple product, but this has good battery life. So get this, the tiny AirPods, like the actual things, can hold 5 hours of battery. If your AirPods had to die, you can put them back in the case and 15 minutes of charging will give you 3 hours of listening time. Now that is pretty decent. So the other thing that was really impressive about the AirPods is it can detect when it's in your ear. So you know how sometimes somebody starts talking to you and you're going to take out your earpods and then you're going to listen to them speaking, and then by the time you put the earpods back in, the song is over and you've totally lost the feeling? Yes, that does actually happen. So now, since the AirPods can detect when they're in your ear, as soon as you take them out, the music will pause and wait for you to put the AirPods back in before the music starts playing. Now that, my friends, is absolutely genius. The other thing that's really cool about these AirPods is that they can connect to other iPhones really easily. So you know how sometimes you have Bluetooth headphones and then you gotta switch them on and then you're gonna put them in pairing mode and then you're gonna open up your iPad and you're gonna go to settings, you go to Bluetooth and then you're gonna press connect and then it says connection unsuccessful, please make sure the device is turned on and in range, and then you get irritated, you get frustrated and you break the headphones. Well, you know what? You don't have to deal with that anymore. With the new AirPods, as soon as you open the case that the AirPods are contained in, your iPhone just pops up with a message and it says connect. And all you do is press connect and you don't have to worry about it. Now the AirPods don't only play music. No. You can also manage a call with them because they have microphones. Now the microphones are invisible. It's formed by this really fancy beam technology. So the beam forms a microphone coming down here and it can pick up what you're saying, and this beam takes the information back up to the earphone, and that way you can actually manage a call, you can use Siri, you can do all kinds of cool things. And you can be like that guy from 2004. The final thing that's really nice about the AirPods comes down to personal preference. Personally, I think these things look amazing. Do you remember that scene in Star Wars where they were making Boba Fett clones and everything looked really futuristic? That is where the AirPods look like they came out from. I think it looks really amazing, it looks really futuristic. Like, this is the stuff of the future. If you see people walking around with like one wireless earphone in their ear, you know that is the future. Now it's time to start hating on the new AirPods. Problem number one I have with it is design. Now I know I said I was really impressed by the design, but just hear me out. So you know how other leading companies, Samsung, use these buds to put the earphones in your ear so that it actually takes on the shape of your ear? Well, Apple always uses this hard plastic for the AirPods, and it really battles to stay in your ear. So what that means is, if this thing had to fall out because no wires are attached, if you lose that, it's going to be really expensive to replace. That brings me to problem number 2, pricing. So pricing is at $159. If you're South African like me, that's about 2,200 Rand. And the third problem I have with this is that the earphones have no buttons. Now, let's say you're listening to music, right, and you want to change the track. There are no buttons that you can press to change the track. So what you have to do is tap the AirPod to activate Siri and ask Siri to go to the next track for you. So let me give you a scenario. You're traveling on a train and you're going. You have 20 people around you. Each person is busy reading a newspaper. They want silence before they start their day. And then you have to be that guy who presses his earphones and says, next track. And then Siri doesn't understand you and you say, next track, Siri. And then Siri still doesn't hear you and you say, next track. And you're disturbing all these people around you. Not cool.
Sorry, I can only take that request while you're listening to a song or podcast.
You see? Now that you've seen both sides of the story, you need to make a decision on whether you want the AirPods or not. Personally, I'll be sticking to these a bit longer.